What's up, you guys? Jedi Master Josh here, and today we're going to be opening a Journey Together Elite Trainer box. Just something simple, something easy, nothing too crazy today. Now, I've been gone for a little while. I got extremely sick for like a week straight. I had to take like 5 or 6 days off of work. I got so sick, it was crazy. In that time, I was not about to film any videos or anything like that, but we're back now. We got some more openings to do, some more things to talk about, the market, the game, the cards, everything Pokemon related, and anything in between as well. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about Pokemon, what your favorite Pokemon is, anything Pokemon related at all. Let me know, and let's talk about it. But we got ourselves our little player's guide here, the guide booklet that comes with the ETB. It has a list of all the cards with pictures of all the cards in the back of it, so if you've never seen this, this is definitely worth taking a look at. We've got some EXs here in the front, all the basic rarity cards in the front here, and then once we get to the back, that's when we start seeing all the juicy cards, like the illustration rares, special illustration rares, golds, things like that. So there's the beginning of the list of the illustration rares, and it continues on until we start hitting some full arts and some special illustration rares after that. Pretty awesome. There's only three gold cards in this set, and I haven't even seen one yet. I actually haven't pulled one. I think I've only seen one gold and Zoroark get pulled in person, so pretty crazy stuff. But something else we like to do here on the channel is open up this sleeve from the ETB. In the background, if you guys notice, there's some artwork in the background. Those come from these ETB sleeves. When you peel them open like this, they have some artwork on the inside. It's pretty cool. It's all the pack arts there. This set Journey Together, the pack arts, is just like so bright blue. It's kind of insane. But yeah, we got all the pack arts there. Let's toss that off to the side. Get that out of here. Okay. We're moving into this ETB, which has a really awesome promo. I'm looking forward to the promo, but obviously we also get ourselves 9 wonderful packs of Journey Together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I always count my packs because I have had packs, the ETB boxes in the past that came with one less pack than they were supposed to. Never had one that came with one more pack than it was supposed to, but have had one that came with one less pack. Now check this out. This is the Ends Zorua illustration rare promo that comes with the ETB. So you only get these if you get the ETB. If you get the Pokemon Center exclusive ETB, you'll get 2 of these. One of them has the Pokemon Center stamp on it, which is pretty awesome. I haven't gotten a Pokemon Center ETB in a little while, at least since they did this change where the promos are now in the same packet as the dividers. I do like this change, and I also don't like this change. I prefer to have the promo just by itself, but being with the dividers in the packet is also kind of nice because now it kind of gives it a little more protection when it's in there in the box, but it also gives it something else to rub up against and things like that too. So it's hard to say. I'd prefer if they weren't in the same packet myself. But you guys let me know in the comments what you think. We got ourselves a wonderful promo there, though. We're gonna set that off to the side, and then oh man, we cannot forget about the Brick of Energies. These are actually important. You need them to play. But something that's really cool about the Energies is if you guys ever get a day where you can just sit and kind of goof off with your cards and stuff. If you take those Bricks of Energies and just open them and go through them and just look through every single one that you have, there's a chance that you can find blank cards in those packets, and those packets are typically the highest chance rate that you'll have to find them, because they go through quality control and stuff a lot faster and a lot looser than what goes into packs and stuff. But as I'm talking here, we'll start getting into these packs. We got 9 packs of Journey Together, and then I have a little bonus pack at the end. It's going to be a little surprise, so if you guys hang out, we'll talk about it here in a few more minutes after a couple of these packs and after I'm done yapping a little bit. But we got ourselves an Oricorio to start. But yeah, what was I saying? The promos, something about promos and the dividers and yada yada. Let's just get into these packs. All right, we got ourselves a Hops Zacian EX, not too bad. First hit for the video, we definitely will take that. It's a good card. It's a playable card. Something that is running around in the format now a little bit. But yeah, even so, lots of fun. All right, let's keep moving. But Yeah, so the blank cards, that's what we were talking about. Blank cards in those energy packets. If you guys get the chance to rifle through those at some time, there are blank cards in there. There's a couple different kinds of blank cards too. You can get the ones that, you know, have the border and just white on the inside, or sometimes they say blank, like the word blank is written across the card. So yeah, there's a couple different kinds of blank cards that you can find, and you know, if you just have bricks of energy laying around, why not, you know, rip them open and go through them and see what you might have. We got Hops Wooloo, we got a Swinub, and we've got a Ludicolo. Not too bad. We got Dark Energy to follow it up there. But yeah, lots of fun to be had just sifting through energy cards, right? No, it's not really that fun. But hey, you know, you never know. You find a blank card, and that's a pretty cool find, in my opinion. We got ourselves our third pack here of Journey Together. We got 9 packs of Journey Together, which Journey Together, I think, is turning out to be a really awesome set. I think it's really cool. It's definitely adding a lot of things to the game, changing some things up. We're not seeing a ton of it just yet, and Atlanta Regionals is going on right now. So if you guys are watching, then Atlanta Regionals Day 1 is probably about wrapping up or has wrapped up by the time that, we got Weezing to Weezing. All right, not too bad. We got Oricorio and Hops Snorlax. You definitely, this is a pretty good hit right here. But, and you know, the attacks used by Hops Pokemon do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon, but this effect does not stack. Even so, 30 extra damage is pretty nice. You can start adding up some damage pretty quick with the Hops deck. But like I was saying, lots of things going on in the game. Lots of things going on with Journey Together. The prices of Journey Together is actually already coming down. The singles and the sealed product both coming down. It seems people realize, you know, that 1, it is a smaller set, and 2, it was printed quite a bit heavier, so there's a lot of product out there, and a lot of people are, you know, able to get their hands on it now. A little bit easier than Prismatic and 151 and such. Now, the thing about 151 is it was on shelves for a year without people buying it before people actually started getting all crazy about it. But we won't talk too much about that. We got a Regirock to finish off that pack. Not too bad. But yeah, so the market seems to be bouncing back a little bit. Singles are coming down. Sealed product is coming down a little bit. Prismatic Evolutions and 151 don't seem to be coming down very much. Crown Zenith also doesn't seem to be coming down too much. But Crown Zenith being a set that is now out of print, or for the most part out of print, there's still products that are coming out. I don't know that they're actually actively printing any new Crown Zenith though. It's rotated out of the standard format as of this weekend. So we got ourselves the Ends Zoroark EX Special Illustration Rare. Not too bad there. Now we have Hops Zacian and Ends Zoroark. If we could get the Lily's Clefairy and the Iono Bellybolt, then we've got it. We got all the trainers and their Pokemon and their special illustration rares. Not too bad. We got ourselves the special illustration rare and only halfway through the box. Not too bad. All right, that's pretty good. And for the rest of this box, we pretty much can just kick back and relax, but awesome. But yeah, so market's coming back. Singles, sealed product, things like that, they're coming down. Crown Zenith's not going to come down. It'll probably stick around at what it is. But the 10th pack we're going to open in this video that I was talking about earlier is going to be this prize pack. It's a Series 5 prize pack. Now, this is something you can actually get for free. So if you go to a Pokemon League and you play in a Pokemon League, just participate in the league, then you should get one of these packs for free for participating. As long as it's a sanctioned league that works through Pokemon, you know, is sanctioned by Pokemon, is a, you know, partnered LGS and so on and so forth, then you should be able to get one of these for free. There is Series 6, which is out now, so you could look forward to getting a Series 6 pack. I just have some extra Series 5, and I wanted to open one, so we'll throw this up here to save for the very end of the video. But even so, we did hit ourselves a special illustration rare, so we're already doing great. But yeah, so Journey Together, coming down. I think Prismatic will get a very huge reprint. I think Prismatic is going to be printed for a while. 151 might be the one that starts slowing down in printing. The price of it may not come down. It may come down a little bit. It's one of those sets that I know Pokemon sees the want and the desire from people for it, so they could just, you know, basically they're printing money every time they print, you know, packs of 151, so they could just easily keep printing it. But we got ourselves a Blaziken EX now, and we're 3 hits in. That's not too bad. We do only have 3 packs remaining from this ETB, but you know what? I think this ETB was pretty fair to us. It was extremely fair. Now, I did manage to get this Elite Trainer box at MSRP, so definitely feels good to be able to get an MSRP item and then pull some decent hits out of it, right? And that's really nice. But yeah, a lot of these products are showing up a lot more at stores and in stock places. And if you guys are looking to find when things are in stock, then just check the description down below. If you check the description down below, there's a link that'll take you to the Rattle Pokemon Discord. And in the Rattle Pokemon Discord, there's a Maractus. Nice. Exploding Needles Maractus illustration rare. Not too bad. Take a look at that. But as I was saying, you join the Rattle Discord, there is a free restock bot in there. As long as you keep it up, you know, if you have like a second monitor or something, you can keep it up and look at it here and there. You can keep up with it and try and get in on those restocks, and it's free. You don't have to pay anything to use the bots. You know, every time something restocks, you can get notified about it, and as long as you know, are quick enough and the restock is big enough, then you should be able to get something. But yeah, definitely join the Rattle Discord. Let us know what you think about Pokemon and the market and all that crazy stuff, and definitely check out Rattle as well. He does a lot of good stuff for the hobby. I'm not gonna say community because I know that that word is kind of like it's kind of a dangerous word, but even so, we've got ourselves, you know, a detective of sorts in Rattle, and so he takes care of us. But definitely check it out. Make sure you're not getting scammed, so on and so forth. Check out the restock bots, blah, blah, blah. You'll be able to find some stuff, and it's pretty awesome. Ooh, we get a Volcanion EX full art. I think I've pulled like 3 of these now. This thing is just keeps popping up for me. Looks pretty awesome, though. The texture on these full arts, you know, throughout Scarlet and Violet era have been pretty awesome. This ETB is going hard. I'm just gonna say it right now. This ETB has gone absolutely nuts. So we got a special illustration rare, an illustration rare, a full art, and 2 regular EXs. I mean, if we don't pull anything from this last pack, I'm not gonna be upset. But if we do pull something, that'd be pretty awesome. Let's see some last pack magic from this ETB. But yeah, like I said, join the Rattle Discord. Check out all my other videos. I've got a short series called Board Openings. I know it's not should I open it or should I keep it sealed or whatever, but you know, it's pretty cool. It's still cool. Check it. Excuse me, but yeah, like, subscribe, all that stuff. I'm still trying to get over this sickness, but here we go. We got a Alolan Geodude. We've got Audino. Maybe we could see a gold card. Could you imagine the last pack as a gold card? I was just talking about it earlier that I haven't even seen a gold card in person. We got Iono's Voltorb, pretty sweet, and then we get a Bombirdier, so no gold card and a Magmortar. So, all right, we did good enough. We definitely did well for that Elite Trainer box. With 9 packs, we got ourselves 5 hits, and 5 pretty solid hits at that. The Hop Zacian, however you want to say it, is pretty playable. Now, Zoroark EX is very playable right now, and we got the special illustration rare, so that's pretty awesome. Let's take one more look at that before we jump into this prize pack. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, I'll take that. The glowing eyes on the Zoroark is actually crazy. Okay, that's cool. And then whatever this orb is that N is wearing around his neck, I'm actually not sure. Was that what he uses for a Mega Orb, or I don't know. All right, we're going to throw this up into the pool. Pretty awesome. Everything's going to get sleeved. I take care of all my cards. We're just not doing it right now for the sake of expediency. Now, here's that prize pack we were talking about. So if you want to find a league that's near you where you can go and you can learn to play and hang out and trade and meet like-minded players and members of the community and of the hobby, then all you got to do is go to Pokemon.com, and they should have an events tab. So there's a tab either along the top or along the side or something like that, where you can click on events, and it should be a drop-down menu. And if you go to the Play Pokemon Events section, then on that page is a locator. And you go to the locator, just type in your zip code or, you know, your nearest town or city or something like that. You can change the radius on your search and everything, and you can look at places that are hosting leagues in your area. And if you show up at a league, participate in an event, you should be able to get one of these packs for free. They're pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and dig in and see what we can get ourselves today. There's a lot of cards I'm still missing from these prize packs. Mostly EXs and Vs and V-Stars and V-Maxes and such. But here's a code card for you. You can see what it gets you in the Pokemon Trading Card Game Live, but in Live, unfortunately, they won't have these wonderful play stamps on them. For some reason, they don't translate the play stamps to Live, and I don't really understand why, but maybe one day. But we're starting ourselves off with an Iono, which is huge. All right, super playable card, and with the play stamp, that makes this very, very awesome. It'll be a great piece to add to a deck. Then we have Earthen Vessel. Now, this is also a super, super playable card, and being that it's play stamp, that's going to be Just, you know, very, very cool to have in a deck. And, you know, just one Earthen Vessel by itself, I'm pretty sure just this card, like, if you pulled it from Paradox Rift, is like $1 or $1.50. So to have the play stamp on it is even better. Now we're going to start getting into some hollows here in a second. We got Boss's Orders, also very playable. And we got ourselves a Buddy Buddy Poffin. That's actually huge. Now Buddy Buddy Poffin's probably one of the most played cards in the format currently. This is how you know, fill up your bench and get yourself started if you're working with a deck that works on a lot of evolution type stuff. So search your deck for 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less, put them onto your bench, and then shuffle your deck. Not too bad at all. We used to have Battle VIP Pass, which was a lot like this, but it was just 2 straight up basics, but you could only use it during your first turn. Now Buddy Buddy Poffin, you can use at any turn, but they have to be 70 HP or less and basic. So a little bit more difficult, but very, very helpful for the setup decks that have to do some evolution. Now we got one more holo here. It is a Counter Catcher. All right, now that's also huge. Counter Catcher, very, very playable card. To have it as a holo with the play stamp is pretty awesome. This is potentially the rarest version of Counter Catcher that you can get, other than obviously a gold. There are gold Counter Catchers in now in Scarlet and Violet, and they were once in Sun and Moon. But yeah, there we go. We also have ourselves a Dark Energy with the stamp. You can put that in your deck to power up your Dark type Pokemon, but pretty awesome there. Like I said, if you want to get one of those for free, just show up at a Pokemon League, participate in an event. You should be able to get a pack for free. It's pretty awesome. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you're thinking about Journey Together, what you're thinking about Destined Rivals, which is coming out. It's like right around the corner. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff still to do with Pokemon. You don't have to be chasing after prismatic evolutions. I think anybody that is, you know, a lot of people that have been in the hobby for a while that, you know, collect a lot and plan to continue to collect and so on and so forth, a lot of them are kind of just staying away from prismatic evolutions. I'm not going to say they're staying away from it, but they're not killing themselves over it. I mean, a lot of people, a lot of us, we understand it's a set that's very sought after, and it's also very needed for the sake of the game as well. There's a lot of stuff in the set that is meant for playability. So Pokemon sees that, they're going to print the heck out of it. I can imagine Pokemon printing more 151, printing more Prismatic Evolutions, printing more Surging Sparks, printing even more Journey Together and Destined Rivals. There's going to be so many Pokemon cards for us. So everyone that's, you know, thinking about purchasing from the third-party market, from the scalpers and stuff, just don't buy from them. That's all you got to do. Literally, it will solve the whole problem with the market, is if you just don't buy from scalpers, then they can't make any money, right? And if they're not making any money, what do they got to do? They got to sell it for cheaper to make sure that they can make their money, all right? But even so, we'll get over all that stuff. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.